So I wanted to go over with you guys today on my top 3 haunted places. We are going to go through the most haunted hospital, the most haunted asylum, and the most haunted hotel. So please sit back and I hope you guys enjoy. Coming at you, number 1, we have the Taunton State Hospital. Built in 1854, the Taunton State Hospital was built to relieve pressure from the Worcester Asylum, the first asylum built in Massachusetts. Before the building had shut down in 1975, it was known to contain histories of worst killers. For example, there was a nurse by the name of Jane Tobin, who had worked at Cambridge Hospital, and during her time there, she had experimented on patients with morphine and atropine, which led to her murdering 31 patients in total. After her capture, she admitted to her actions and the number of people she had killed, and was forced to stay at Taunton until her death in 1938. It was also known that in the 1920s, patients had reported seeing a group of doctors and nurses taking patients down into the basement only for the patients never to be seen again. The nurses and doctors were believed to be Satanists who sacrificed these patients, and with so much evil in one area, it's no wonder every time you pass the basement door your body is filled with dread. Coming at you at number 2, we have our top haunted asylum, the Waverly Hills Sanatorium. Located in Louisville, Kentucky, had opened in the year 1926. At the time, tuberculosis, also called the White Death, was the deadliest disease that had even claimed entire families. So when Waverly had been built, it was known to be the most advanced tuberculosis sanatorium in the country, but even then, many were taken from the disease. Some treatments were pleasant. Patients told all they need is sunshine, fresh air, and nutrients, leading to a high use of the sunroom built in the hospital. Other treatments, on the other hand, weren't so pleasant. From balloons being implanted in lungs to help breathing problems that had disastrous results, to patients having ribs removed so the lungs could expand more, and in most cases, patients had died from these procedures. After the hospital shut down in a year and reopened in 1962, budget cuts occurred and patients were treated no better and had faced many unusual experiments. From legends being passed on, it was actually known that a head nurse who used to work in room 502, who was 29 years of age and who was pregnant at the time, actually was struck with severe depression and actually hung herself in room 502. 502 must not be the luckiest, because not shortly after that, another nurse who used to work in 502 as well threw herself off the roof patio and plunged several stories to her death. To this day, people have reported that when they visit room 502, you can hear a disembodied voice saying, "Get out." And finally, for our number 3, we have our most haunted hotel, the Cecil Hotel. The Cecil Hotel is located in Los Angeles, California. It was built in the year 1924 and contains 600 guest rooms. During the 1950s and the 1960s, the Cecil Hotel was known to be a target for suicides, and so far 3 suicides have been reported. One in particular had taken place in the year 1962 when a 27-year-old woman by the name of Pauline Otten had jumped from the window of her room located on the 9th floor after a really harsh argument with her husband. After jumping from the window, she landed on a pedestrian and they both had died instantly. Not only is this hotel famous for its suicides, but it's also notorious for the murderers who definitely made themselves too comfortable there at the hotel. An elderly woman by the name of Goldie Osgood was found dead in her room in 1964. Her killers had stabbed, strangled, raped her, and ransacked her room, and sadly her killers were never captured. In the years 1984 and 1985, a serial killer by the name of Richard Ramirez, or also known as the Night Stalker, had stayed on the top floor of the hotel, paying $14 a night. The hotel, in a way, served as a base for Richard during his Los Angeles killing spree that had claimed 13 victims. It is said that after the night that he would kill his victims, he would dispose of his bloody clothes in one of the hotel dumpsters and managed to sneak in through the back entrance unnoticed. Remember the video of the woman acting really strange in the elevator that mysteriously had gone missing? Well, that woman is no other than Eliza Lamb. Eliza Lamb was a Canadian tourist who was staying at the Cecil Hotel while exploring the southern parts of Los Angeles, California. On February 2013, a lot of guests at the hotel had begun to complain about the water tasting strange and having a very foul odor. When the water tank was being investigated to find the problem, Eliza's corpse had been discovered. Attendants had bathed, brushed their teeth, and even drank the water that Eliza's corpse had been sitting in for 19 days. I'm fine. After all these events had occurred, and after paranormal sightings had been reported as well, Cecil Hotel definitely became a hotspot for paranormal enthusiasts. The groups such as Ghost Adventures and even Ghost Hunters had explored the Cecil Hotel in hopes of finding something. But as time went on, the hotel's name itself had actually changed from Cecil Hotel to Stay on Main Hotel in hopes of burying the hotel's very dark history. But even to this day, many believe that the building itself is cursed and that it's only waiting to claim its next victim. I hope you guys enjoyed the top haunted list that I have for you guys, and finally we are going to go into our interview, so I will see you in 2 seconds. Hi everyone, welcome to the interview part of this video. I was only able to interview 2 people through Messenger, and so hopefully this will be very brief. Sadly, due to time, I was unable to interview them personally, or else this would have been a completely different video. But for now, Messenger's gonna have to do. Welcome to this day and age where interviews are so very professional. I asked her, "What are your thoughts on real haunted houses?" She said, "They're amazing." "Have you ever been to a haunted location?" "Yes." "Where did you visit?" "In Mexico." "I want the name of it." "Do you remember the name of the place?" "It's honestly a weird name and it's spelled out in a Spanish way." "Woman, tell me." "Okay, hold up." And I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. If Elena wants to help me out and try and pronounce it, that's totally up to her. Any other specific haunted sites you want to visit? Honestly, some really cool ones and ones that I will love saying I want to go back. So there are really cool ones that she has in mind that she wants to visit, and some haunted places that she wants to go back to. Sorry, I just realized that made absolutely no sense. Reading it out loud. It made sense in my head, I knew what she meant, but reading it out loud now I realized that didn't make as much sense. So of course, thanking her, I thanked her and I said goodbye. Honestly, I'm really happy that I was able to interview her, because hopefully she'll be able to give me more information on haunted places that hopefully I can visit someday myself. Because I've always been interested in haunted places, or haunted anything. Okay, I even watch horror movies during Christmas, and yeah, that's how crazy I am. But moving on, the second person I interviewed was Isaac Scott. And honestly, he's a really good friend of mine too, and sadly, very much like me, he hasn't really been places, so I feel his pain. What are your thoughts on real haunted houses? They're cool. I'd probably want to spend some time in it, not gonna lie. I'd probably also die, but hey, that's cool. Though, like, people should research it more. Hair swoop. Literally only 2 of you in that classroom will get that joke. You've never been to a real haunted house? Nope. Any specific haunted place you'd want to visit? I know of none. I haven't looked too much into it. Fair enough. Thanks. And yet, ironically enough, he said people should research it more. I think he should research it more. I wish Isaac was still here in this classroom. He would probably hate on me right now, but hey, it's okay. Yeah, that's the end of the interview. So, will I be able to make this work? Give me 2 seconds. Hi again, everyone. I was going to add a video of me rambling about how haunted places contribute to our society, but I figured in-person me would be more than glad to do that. So I'm just going to kind of end it off here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you all have a good day, and I will see you all later. Bye, guys.